So now we are on lesson number 3, week number 3. This week's lesson seems quite long because I added a 2-minute and 30-second video at the end of this, so you can listen to the Cherokee story about the two wolves. Before that, and if you don't listen to that story, I'm hoping that you listen to a couple of my points for the lesson and review just the really simple homework. So let's get started with lesson number 3.
Are you plagued by negative self-talk? That inner voice that says things like, "You'll never do it," or "No one cares what you think"? If so, I'm glad to meet you.
This week, I want you to learn more about and understand better how we all have the choice to what thoughts that we keep going around in our mind, or what we choose to feed ourselves in our mind, negative or positive. I would like you to identify some of the negative thoughts you have and take note of your self-defeating thoughts that you might have. Maybe you can even jot down for your homework what are some of your thoughts that are negative that pop up in your mind. Maybe about your athletic abilities or your athletic capabilities. You might hear somebody else's voice saying, judging you, or what you think is true, or maybe true. Although you probably cannot eliminate all of your negative thoughts, you do have the power to challenge these thoughts and replace them with more positive and useful ideas. A few questions you can think about are, what is the first thing you say when you get up in the morning? Or what goes through your mind when someone disagrees with you? What goes through your mind when you make a mistake? What is the last thing you think about before going to bed? Are these thoughts positive? Are they encouraging to yourself? Or are they negative and harmful to your growth? So now you can challenge yourself to think about when you have those self-critical thoughts, and you're going to replace them with a more positive way of thinking. Each time you say or think anything that is negative, stop and state it in a positive way. I will fight for you. Here is a handout from a no complaining rule book by John Gordon. It has 3 tools for no complaining and 5 things to do instead of complain. And I will send you this photo or PDF so you can look at it closer. So your homework is just to briefly read this, maybe print it out and hang it up if you want to work with it and try to really change your thoughts. And this chart that's in this video, and I also will send to you, is about writing down some of the triggers and the things you tell yourself and replacing it with a positive spin. So you can think of something in the past that you said, or maybe something in the future, just to get used to changing your automatic thoughts to positive thoughts. And that's it for my points. The next is the video of the Cherokee story of the two wolves.
This is the story of the two wolves. An old Cherokee grandfather said to his grandson, who came to him with anger at a friend who had done him an injustice, "Let me tell you a story," said the grandfather. "I too at times have felt a great hate for those who have taken so much, with no sorrow for what they do. But hate wears you down and does not hurt your enemy. It is like taking poison and wishing your enemy would die. I have struggled with these feelings many times, grandson," he continued. It is as if there are two wolves inside me. One is good and does no harm. He lives in harmony with all around him and does not take offense when no offense was intended. He will only fight when it is right to do so, and in the right way. But the other wolf, he is full of anger. The littlest thing will set him into a fit of temper. He fights everyone, all the time, for no reason. He cannot think because his anger and hate are so great. It is helpless anger, for his anger will change nothing. Sometimes it is hard to live with these two wolves inside me, for both of them try to dominate my spirit. The young boy looked intently into his grandfather's eyes and asked, "Which one wins, grandfather?" The old grandfather smiled and quietly said, "The one I choose to feed."